Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Our Community Conversation. I'm Judy Schwiebert, and this week I am interviewing Sarah Walker. Welcome, Sarah. And
Hi.
and she is from something called the Social Distancing Sewing Bee. It's something that she created out of a need. She lives right in the Moon Valley area. And Sarah, tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been here and what made you start the Social Distancing Sewing Bee.
Hi, thanks. So my husband and I, we moved to Arizona 3.5 years ago. He's a physical therapist, and that's why we came out here as the best job offer.
Uh-huh.
And we landed right in Moon Valley. We're in Vaseo Apartments before we got into a house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a mom. I have an 18-month-old that's running around. And I am normally a music teacher. I teach vocal and piano lessons from my home. I'm obviously not doing that right now, so that's normally me.
Yes. So that's great. So again, how did you wind up starting this Social Distancing Sewing Bee? How did that come about?
So this came when everything started shutting down. I had a friend on Facebook who she's a nurse administrator in Wisconsin. She's over 500 nurses. And she said, we have enough supplies to the end of the week, but we don't have anything else. Can anybody make a mask? And I just thought to myself, I'm like, that's crazy. And again, the whole world was in a chaos right now. I know we're all doing it a little better right now, but we weren't getting anything. And so we have this great Moon Valley Mom Facebook page. I put the information out there and I asked if anybody wanted to join me. And there was a lot of people who would like to do something besides sit at home, and people are like, I can't sew, but I'll cut out fabric, and that saves a lot of time. And there's ladies that said, I have no skill, but I can send you some money or I can drive things around because it's all no contact.
Mm-hmm, right.
So we're dropping things in bins on driveways and things like that. But it got really big really fast, and we had a huge list of people who needed masks to make what the healthcare workers were short on last longer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you were telling me earlier that they have like medical grade masks, but they have to wear them for a longer period. So the cloth masks are actually helping to prolong the life of the medical grade masks. Is that
right? Cloth masks are not replacing the medical masks at all, but there was a shortage. And so my friend who works in home health care, she got one a day. She got one mask a day to meet all of her patients and all of her needs. And those things can get pretty gross pretty quickly. They're really meant for one person at a time. And so the cloth masks, they go over the medical masks and they help it last longer. And then they can wash and reuse the cloth mask. And so it was just helping out a really, really strange and weird situation that healthcare was facing. They're doing better now, but for those couple of weeks, right when everything was shutting down, it was pretty tight. They were grateful for anything.
So how are you getting these masks to, because you said it started out with healthcare workers in Wisconsin, but you've been supplying a lot of masks for, I think, school workers, like people making lunches for kids to take home. And
so we took a list of local people, neighbors, people in our Moon Valley Mom group that were employees at these situations, and we told them that the healthcare needs were coming first, and then that when we were done with that, we'd meet the rest of the needs of the community. And so we have lots of nurses and doctors and surgeons in our area because, again, in the beginning, hospitals weren't allowed to accept these donations because they're not the real deal. And so they would just sneak them into their place to make these things last longer. And they were for anything. There's a bunch of different how-to videos and how to make these things. We followed one pattern to make it easier on everybody, and they were grateful for anything that we could give them. Once we met that, and we met that about a week and a half ago, all of our medical needs, we started distributing to everybody else who had been asking for them. So we have a lady who works with the school department, and they put lunches together, and so they've got some masks, and some people who work in the downtown homeless area, volunteers and workers who are trying to help them out, and grocery stores and police officers and fire departments. Now that we've got a surplus, which is crazy because we were just trying to get anything we could at the time, we're giving it to anybody who needs it.
Great. Well, I love how you just saw a need in the community and you just stepped up and said, hey, anybody want to help? And it's just a really inspiring story to hear how you and so many other people are, you know, really stepping up to help other people at this challenging time for everybody. So thank you for that so much. So if anybody who's watching this wants to either get help or give help, I like to say, if they need a mask or if they want to help make masks, is there some contact information that we can provide here? Do you have an email?
Yeah, I would say contacting me by email is the best. It's I'm less likely to lose it if I've got it. I try not to lose people. It's been known to happen. But send it to my email. My email is Sarah, SARAH .ninja, NINJA .peach, PEACH @gmail.com.
Okay.
And I would say, if also look to your locals. There have been so many articles about, there's like mass movements and mass organizations helping, but really what's doing it is just people, individuals. I mean, just showing up and doing what you can, your little 5 minutes of volunteer. That's what's making the biggest difference for everybody. So you've got a neighbor who knows what they're doing, or if you've got a friend who knows what they're doing, I'd say talk to them and figure it out.
Right. I know lots of people are stepping up and have been making masks for others, but it sounds like you've kind of organized a whole group here and mobilized right in our own neighborhood. So thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. You're making a difference for so many people and in your new adopted home of Arizona. So welcome to Arizona. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, take care, and everybody, we'll be back next week with another edition of our Community Conversations, highlighting the great work of other people in our community. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.